This week, the countdown was on in Hattiesburg as the Southern Mississippi baseball team was ready to welcome the SEC's newest member, Missouri. But on Sunday, baseball became secondary as an F4 tornado ripped through the town and part of the campus.
We'd heard that there was a tornado in Hattiesburg headed possibly our way. All the baseball guys live in one apartment complex, so we were all kind of together and kind of looking at the sky, see what was happening.
It was just a big roar, and it sounded like a wind tunnel that was passing off in the distance. And it was just a sound that you don't hear very often. And it came right after a very, very calm period, because when I got out of the truck, there wasn't a pine needle moving in any pine tree. And I told Garen at that time, my son, I said, this isn't good.
We were a little north of Highway 98 where it hit in Hardy Street. We got a bunch of mattresses and put them in our buddy's room who lives under the staircase, had 2 mattresses in his bathroom. And we kind of just sat on the porch and looked out the window, and we saw it, but it didn't come close enough to affect us.
For McMahon, while he wasn't directly affected, the tornado did affect many who are very close to him. The Hattiesburg native says his grandmother lost the whole second floor to her home, and his high school, Oak Grove, sustained tremendous damage.
People were sending me pictures on the phone of the damage it did to the brand new indoor hitting facility over there and the concession stands. I can just remember, it wasn't long ago, I was playing baseball there and going to school there, and just seeing it gone in that manner was, it was a lot to handle.
While the damage in Hattiesburg wasn't as deadly or as destructive as the tornado that hit Tuscaloosa 2 years ago, players and coaches say they learned lessons from that storm in making sure they were safe in this storm.
And every time a thunderstorm comes through, there's tornado warnings or watches put out, and you just really don't pay any attention. And the one time you let your guard down, something happens like what happened Sunday, and it's just very unfortunate for all the families that lost everything. I mean, I can only imagine pretty much starting all over.
It may seem strange to use the term lucky when an F4 tornado hits your town, but the University of Southern Mississippi was very lucky for 2 reasons. One, that the tornado hit on Sunday when classes weren't in session. Secondly, the storm's damage was on the southern part of campus, sparing most of the university and all of the athletic facilities, which means the baseball team can now provide a distraction to those who weren't so lucky.
Coach Berry tells us all the time that our job's to entertain, and hopefully, we can entertain these families that lost their houses and stuff, and kind of take their mind off of all the stuff that they lost in the tornado, and just maybe put a smile on their face.
The Oak Grove, Hattiesburg, Petal community has suffered a lot through this storm, and there has been this anxious awaiting for baseball season to get back around to Southern Miss, and we hope that right there in itself will bring some people some closure of what just happened and bring a new light onto something that's special to them, and that's Southern Miss baseball and the start of baseball season.
So the Golden Eagles will play with a new sense of purpose this season, trying to turn the page on a down year in 2012 and help a community turn the page on a storm no one will soon forget. In Hattiesburg, Paul Boron for CST Tonight.